This video, I'm going to help you with your computer. Is your computer giving you a headache every time you get on it? My name is Mike Locascio, and I teach people how to fix computers in my channel, and I'm glad I'm with you today. I know a lot of people that get on their computer and then it takes a while to start, and 5-10 minutes later, once it's started up, they start saying, oh, this computer's really slow, I can't really do much on it. And it just regular going to their email, I mean, it's like a half an hour or like a 45-minute thing. You got to get it to start up. You got to wait for everything to come on the screen. Some people's computer, it takes like a half an hour just to start, and I'm just like, if I'm looking at their computer and I'm over their house, I'm just like, hey, there's a lot of things you need to do to make it run faster. And I tell people, you know, your computer is okay, it just needs to be fixed, a little maintenance here and there. No need to go out and buy a new computer unless the computer is really slow. I mean, it has to have like 2 RAMs or less, and it's outdated. So in that case, if it's a slow processor, an older computer, I would say the same thing. You need to get a new one. But if it's a halfway decent HP, Dell, or you know, a later model computer, and it did run really good when they first got it, and there's hope for it. I always ask people the same question all the time. I say, when you got the computer, was it running fast? And you know, a lot of times people said, yeah, it was running really fast. It just over time got really slow. And that's the common thing I hear from people, and that's the question I always ask them, because if your computer ran fast when you got it, you know, there's always hope for it. There's got to be software problems. It's like a car, you know, you got to get it tuned up every now and then. You got to get it cleaned out. You got to get the oil changed. If it sits around a while and you don't do those things, you know, you're going to get in it and it's going to be, you know, a hard ride. So these are some things I want to tell you what to do. And at the end of the video, I'll give you one thing that's an extra bonus that you can do. But the first thing you should do is, if your computer's really slow starting up, what I tell people to do is that once it starts up, go to Start and go to the Run box. And in that Run box, type in mslcomputerservice. It's msconfig. And you can do that by going to the Run box from the Start menu. Or if you're on Windows 10, you can type in the search near the Start menu. And then once you do that, you'll be taken to another window. It'll be a square window about half the size as your regular screen. And you go to the Startup tab. There's about 4 or 5 tabs on the top. Once you go to the Startup tab, you'll see a lot of you click the Startup tab, and then you'll see a lot of boxes, and then you uncheck all those boxes. And also make sure you leave your antivirus checked, but you can check all the other boxes. Uncheck all the other boxes, and then click on Apply, and then click on OK. And then it's going to prompt you to restart the computer. So once you restart the computer, it should run a little faster. And then what I tell people to do is open up your browser. If you're on Chrome, if you're on Firefox or Edge, and go to the top right corner and go to the buttons to get to your settings. Hover over your button on the right hand side and go to where it says History, and move your cursor to the left of the history, and then delete all the history on your browser. Those are all the websites that you've been to, and you probably, if you haven't done any maintenance on a computer, you probably have, 100 or 200 entries. And make sure you can do Control A at the same time in your keyboard, and that'll highlight them. And then you can hit delete on the keyboard, and that'll get rid of them all. You'll probably have to do it several times if you never did it before. And once you get all those done, and then there'll be another drop down box that says how often do you want to do this. It'll say 1 week, 1 month. Make sure you put everything. It'll be the bottom one. Make sure that's in the drop down all the time. Do that about once every week or once every couple weeks. And another thing I tell people is download a program called CCleaner. It's a free program. Download that, install it, and then click on Run and run CCleaner. That'll clean up some stuff that's on the computer that's slowing it down also. And then there's another program, and it's also free. It's called Malwarebytes. And make sure you download Malwarebytes free version. They always ask you if you want to buy the paid one. I can tell you that I've had the free one for years, and the free one works as good as the paid ones do. The paid ones just are a little bit better, but the free ones do the same job. A pretty good job, and I've put those on many of my computers and a lot of my customers' computers, and it's done a wonder. It's like a lifesaver for a slow computer. So once you get that Malwarebytes on there, you install it and you click on it to run it, and it will start updating, and let it update. And just same thing with the CCleaner. It might take a couple minutes to update because you never used it before, but just give it time. And once it updates, it's going to clean out, go through your whole computer and clean out, find all the bad things, infections, viruses, spyware, malware, all the junk that can get on your computer. It's going to find all that. And then once it's finished with the scan completely, you go down to the bottom and you hit quarantine or you hit remove and give it some time, and it'll remove everything. It might prompt you to restart your computer, so just restart your computer after that. And I can tell you, your computer is going to run a lot better after you do those things. If it's a Windows 7 computer, then just search for Malwarebytes. If it's in the CCleaner, just search for Malwarebytes free version. If it's a Windows 10 computer, make sure you search for the one for Windows 10, because you have to have the one for Windows 10 on the CCleaner. I think Malwarebytes you can use in either or Windows 7 or Windows 10, but the CCleaner, I believe you got to have specify Windows 10, or else it's not going to run correctly. But just run those two programs. And also, I see a lot of people's computers, if you don't have an antivirus, it's not doing you any good. You can go to a website called Avast, AVAST.com, and download their free version. They have a free version, and it works great. And you never have to pay for it like the high-priced McAfee and the Nortons and all the other ones where you have to pay for the definition files. You have to upload the definition files yourself time to time, but it's still good, and it's a free version, and it'll protect your computer just like the paid versions will. So make sure you go to Avast, AVAST, and if you're downloading it on a Windows 10 computer, make sure you specify in the search Avast free version for Windows 10. Again, they're always going to ask you if you want to get the paid version, but I would just stick to the free version. And if you want the paid version, that's fine. You can purchase that. I'm sure that's good, or maybe even a little bit better than the free one. So those tips will definitely help you if your computer's giving you problems and you're annoyed with it. Once again, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I have other videos, so check out my other videos, and those videos tell you all different things about computer repair other than what I'm talking about in this video. So if you have other issues with your computer, check out my other videos, and that'll help you also with your computers. So again, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell and like my video, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. This is Mike at MSL Computer Service. Talk to you again, and have a great night.